What's going on, you guys? How y'all guys and girls doing? I am back for another episode of D7 Power Hour, where I will play a game for the first time, and you got 1 hour to impress me. 1 hour to impress me. Because I really feel that you should be able to sell your game within an hour game time. So as you can see, guys, this is a commercial RPG maker game, and this game has a Kickstarter. This is not a jam game. This is not a game where people just hee hee ha ha and just make for laughs and giggles. This is a game where they're actually trying to make a living. They're actually trying to make a name for themselves. So this developer is pretty, well known in the RPG maker community for their artwork. They have done beautiful artworks in games that we know of: Dungeon Rummage, Origins, and also Trials of Cascadia. I don't want to mess up her name. Agahite. But I've been following this developer for some time, and I knew they was making a game. Didn't know the releases or whatnot, and I was surprised that she sent me an email stating that her game was released and all that. Well, demo. And I was always impressed by their artwork. Artwork is amazing. Frah'Akin always says, artists do not make good games. Artists do not make good games, says Frah'Akin. Because the only thing they can focus on is the art. The only thing they can focus on is the presentation of the game visually. But what about the game? Is the game fun? Will I enjoy this game? Or will I be enamored by the artwork of the game? Right now, I am enamored with the title screen. Looks amazing. First thing first, if you can have a custom title screen, do it. You don't want the default whatever. DK Studio, why do you have a mute icon next to your name? Is that a Twitch thing, or you're just muted, period, and only I can see? Okay, you're watching without audio. Okay, that makes sense. Only a German guy like that guy will watch D7 without audio. Alright? So, D7 Power Hour is a new thing on D757 Gaming. It's where I will play your game for 1 hour or more, but that first hour is critical to me. After that first hour, I'm going to stop the gameplay, and I'm going to let the developer know, how I really think about their game. Should the game be commercial or should it stay in the free zone? You know how you like that girl back in school, or a girl now, but she loves you so much. You're like a brother to her, but to you want to be with her. You want her to be your wifey, but she always tells you I think it's going to be weird if we start dating. I don't look at you like that. I look at you more of a brother than a friend. So you're in the friend zone for life. So games could stay in the free zone. Even though they're commercial, they could stay in the free zone. Alright. So let me... Harlequin is going with his shenanigans already. That's crazy. I ain't even start the game yet. So let me put on my glasses. Let's freaking go. No, okay. It's a little bit blurry with the glasses, but it's okay. I haven't been wearing my glasses all day. So that, I guess that's a good thing. But the doctor did say I can't see 2020 without the glasses. So let's freaking go. Alright. So new game, continue credits. Hold on. I'm not going to start the timer yet. Let me get all this ready. Then I'll start the timer for the power hour. Hold on, before I start, let's look at credits. Producer, director, cast. So, voice acting. Wow. Ha ha ha, Nita, you funny. Alright, let me go ahead and start the timer. I know you guys hate the timer, but hey, I gotta do what I gotta do. Let's go. New game. At the beginning of the end, everything turns to dust. This is... But hope will shine through, even in the darkest of paths. Do you wish to play the intro animation? Yes, I want to see it.
Long, long ago, in the lands of Frah'Akin, lived 5 elven races, united in peace. Irkete, the luminous elves. Mefue, the blue elves. Gonuan, the mountain elves. Akaneg, the forest elves. And Levari, the dark elves. Their kingdoms were separated by 4 stones of power, each representing a different element, and each guarded by a powerful griffin. The elves never crossed.
It's always a pleasure to see you here, watching me instead of you getting your butt whooped in Street Fighter.
A prophecy was told that in the 8th millennium, an era of
this is the safest place for you.
War will break out, as powerful as the world has never seen before. A young descendant of Arite, the royal Levari race, was to unleash the war, and only the female ruler of Akaneg's royal family would bring an end to the reign of evil. Driven by fear, the elves started preparing for the upcoming dark times, fortifying their lands.
I got a question, guys.
The new millennium
can you make like a script or a plugin where if you have an introduction just like this, if there's no save file present, it will automatically play the introduction. But if you do have a save file present and you do start a new game, it should give you the option, do you want to skip it or not?
Eyes of the elves have stopped looking.
I think that's one of my pet peeves. Like, why would I want to skip the introduction?
The second star fell,
and it's my first time playing the game.
Daughter of King Kirstar was born.
Or it could be free if you use AI. AI, make me a, a plugin that you must have a save file present in order for me to watch the introduction. I think this is a theme, a soundtrack that you do hear in other RPG Maker games. Maker. Hey, it's time. Look like low sprites, but I know the developer creates their own sprites, but these look more detailed. I like the outline of it. It looks amazing.
Ollivander.
I'm not
So you
stirring the
came.
pot, guy. I'm not stirring the pot.
Of course. You asked and so I came.
Voice acting.
I'm glad. I was unsure if I would see you here today.
My lady, are you ready to leave? You should say goodbye to your father before we go.
You're right. I shouldn't leave without saying a word. He's probably waiting for me at the castle.
I like how the lips move,
Take your time. I'll wait for you here.
but I'm looking at, man, are they really going to actually like move their lips for the whole conversation? That would have been dope. That would have been freaking dope. Not happy right now because you hear this all the time at RPG Maker. The music. I don't know. Even my game had this song and chirping noise. But you gotta do what you gotta do. You can find the main quest objective in the quest tab in the main menu. Pressing J. You can activate the quest tab in the main menu by clicking on it or pressing escape. In the upper left hand corner of the screen, you can track the active quest or open the quest tracker. Click on the icon next to the tracker box. Each active quest has no pointer in the form of tracking arrow that could be toggled on or off in the menu option. Okay. Exploration. I love that. Characters, landmarks, will venture off the beaten path to uncover rare items. I like that. Curious adventurers will always find something special. See, I like stuff like that, like exploring and being rewarded and able to like have that open world experience. You know, something like this. For the sake of argument, what if somebody never played an RPG Maker game before and never heard this music? I gotta keep that in mind. What if that first person? What if? Cat food. I do like the mini map and the assistance of finding hidden items. Found a potion. Squeak! See, I like to just explore. Okay, can you turn that? It's the map, it's the mini map permanent. Okay, it is not. You can turn it off and on. Let me turn up the ME and the voices. Because some voice actors like to really talk really low. Like they be like, psst, psst, I know that one day you will go to the other side with me. Love the font. When enter the dungeon, you open explore map or by pressing tab. On the map, you can see small icons signifying important places or events. You can find a proximity compass in the lower right hand corner, marking the position. Okay, so my pet peeve is this. I play with a controller. I play with a controller and not a keyboard. So your game should be, it's 2025. Your game should be smart enough to know what your player is playing with. If they're playing with a controller, show controller key out, key layout. If they're playing with a keyboard, you show that. I don't play with a keyboard, so I don't even know what it's equivalent to the tab button on the freaking controller. So that could be one thing, PlayStation for the win, baby. PlayStation for the win. Over PC gaming. PlayStation 5 is a stronger and more powerful, way stronger console than the PC. So let's freaking go. So can this game be on the PS5? It looks like it. It looks like it. Oh, what am I going to do? If I only had a ground herb. I got a potion. Excuse me, there's something wrong. What's stronger than PC? Maybe your PC. Oh dear, it is starter Sophia. She went into the forest searching for her missing friend, but she was stung by a venomous bee. She's having a severe reaction and my supply of medicinal herb has ran out. I need a ground herb to make an antidote, but I can't find one anywhere. I can help. I'll find one for you. New side quest added. Bless you, child. Thank you. Before the wars, this teleporting crystal used to be a means to travel all over the lands of Frah'Akin. Alright, so that's going to be teleporting. A little teleport mechanic. You find one crystal, it unlocks, and you can teleport, whatever crystal you find. Whoop whoop. We like pet the dog. Sure. Whoop whoop. Alright, so how do I do the quest? Because sometimes I like to go off the beaten path to do side quests. So if I go to quest, antidote, I get to make it active like that. Okay, find an antidote. Can I buy one? Find the ground herb in the greenhouse. Okay, I see. Is that the knock knock noise? Oh no. There are a friendly creature who loves riddles. Solve them. They will give you various rare items and resources for crafting. Is this the knock knock noise? The more you make, the more you take, the more you leave behind. What am I? Footsteps. Correct. Here's your reward. Thank you. Miracle drop. I love the art. I love the names of the items. Instead of having just potion and tonic, we got miracle drop. I love it. I can relate to the drink it out of a sink. I used to drink out of a sink when I was a kid. I didn't even care about how if the water was bad or not. In the middle of the night when you're thirsty, you just don't want to go in the kitchen. You'll go right to the bathroom, turn on the cold faucet, and just drink the water just like that. That's good. D7 loves voice acting but doesn't not listen to it. I do listen to voice acting. I love it. I prefer your game to have voice acting because as a streamer, you don't have to read. You found it. Thank goodness. With this, I was able to make 2 antidotes. One for Sophia. Like you to have the other ones. Thanks. It's not as much, but I hope it helps on your journey. If you combine 2 ground herbs, you can craft your own antidote. That's really helpful, thank you. Please, if you have time, stop by and visit Sophia. She's already looking much better. Alright, so how is she looking much better and he didn't even go to her yet? I got you with the VP, Dr. 4G. You know what I'm saying? How can she be better and we didn't go to her yet? You know what I'm saying? Like, he didn't go. Maybe make it where she's in the house, she's sick, he goes there. Soon you go and visit her, you know, you get the good news. So, I mean, you gotta make it make sense. You gotta make it make sense, man. You gotta make it make sense. Yo, what's up? What's going on? Raffle Wood is in the freaking house. My guy. Alright. So where are we going? I like to explore. Like, right off the bat, you know, I like that each house looks different. Inside looks different. They don't have the same layout. It definitely gives you that, you know, that special vibe because everybody's house don't look alike. You know what I mean? Unless you live like in a townhouse and all the houses are built the same. But this, each house has its own personal, you know, touch to it. And I like that. That attention to detail, you gotta love that. And this game has all that. Like one of the good mappings that you could see in RPG Maker. You don't really find a lot of games that has great mapping, especially commercial games. I've been reading about the magic of Frah'Akin. Do you know the earth powers of the forest came from the great gods Adele and Ikaro? They are the creators of this beautiful forest. I think you are VIP, Harlequin. Or you was never VIP. I don't know. Haven't streamed this so long, I forgot who my peoples was. But I think you are moderator. Can you give Dr. 4G VP? Can you make him VP if you can? Or do I have to do that? I seem to be lost. I've been traveling from a distant city and I'm nowhere near my goal. Where should I go from here? Okay, that was just a casual conversation. The FPS is not available. Like on my monitor, for some reason, it's not picking up the FPS. But I can tell you this: I am not lagging. I am not lagging at all. So when you're lagging in the game, you cannot try to say, oh, I hope this game lags. You know what I'm saying? I hope this game lags because my game be lagging on people consoles. So, alright, so try Alt 4. Let me see. I think it was F2. No. For some reason, it is not coming up. And I don't want to mess up, you know, the hour power, guys. I can't mess up the hour of power. You guys will have your chance at an hour of power episode. Right now, it ain't about you guys or your games. This is about somebody else. Look at this. This is freaking fire. Got a side exit like this and come out from the side. I'm very, very impressed. What can I do for you? Money is called G for gold. That's pretty standard in most RPG games. G for gold. See, look at this. This is dope. Meow, we like to pet the cat. Sure, purr. We like to use cat food. Yes, the cat is very happy. Receive an MP regeneration ore. I like that. See what I'm saying? Stuff like that, you know, it just adds more depth to gameplay. It makes your player want to play more and explore more. Cause I've been playing for 20 minutes and I'm just exploring. You know, I haven't even dug into the main quest yet. We got hidden treasure. See this? Hold on, let me see. Okay, that doesn't work. So it doesn't really have the control support for real. Speak with King Kirsten. Knock knock. Beautiful church. Beautiful church. Your defense has increased by 1. Nice. So maybe finding shrines or talking to certain NPCs can increase your stats. Force of nature strikes the enemy with power of nature. Nature slash song of nature. So we got an AoE skill already. Requires piano, so we have learning. Got AP point, SP points, and we need items to learn certain skills. I actually like that. Crafting. Can't make one yet because I don't have any ground herbs. So with this game have on screen, you know, items you pick up like flowers and stuff. And I just noticed this with the compass, the arrow is actually pointing where you need to go. That's a neat feature. I like that. Amarath Castle. I don't know, man. I guess people like the music. Like certain music is pretty dope with RPG Maker, you know. But when you want your game to at least have its own, you know, identity that would stand out from the rest, I think music is very important. Because I played millions and millions
there you are.
of RPG Maker games, and
waiting to speak to you.
pretty much I heard
Please,
most of
come with
these,
me.
you know, the common songs. But everything else was fine, though. Everything else was fine. Yeah, you go forward a house like that when people pay you hundreds of dollars for you to put your name on your arm with a Sharpie. I need to speak to my father first. So I wanted to explore. So I do like how you block the player from exploring more. Instead of, you know, like, I could go in that room and maybe spend another 20 minutes just exploring. We gotta go straight to the beans and
my daughter.
beans and
For a
carrots.
moment, I feared you had already
That's
left.
my new favorite food, beans and carrots.
Father, I wouldn't leave without saying my goodbyes to you.
I'm relieved. But must you go? The people need you here. I need you. The forest grows more dangerous by the day. Monsters.
So how
roam
long
the
have you been working on
outskirts.
this game?
You're right, Father. The people need me, and that's precisely why I need to go. It is my duty to our people and to all the other races to warn them of the incoming danger. Only united can we fight off this evil.
Facts. 3 years.
But why must you
Not
bear this
bad,
burden
not
alone?
bad. So,
Stay where it is
percentage-wise,
safe.
what would you give
Let
yourself
others take this task.
for completion?
I cannot turn my back.
3
and
years is
do
a long
nothing.
time.
Not anymore. I have to go.
I have to go.
Very well. If this is your path, then go with my blessing. Take these to aid you on your journey.
Thank you, Father.
See, that was attention to detail right there. Like, she was actually holding something in her hand
Be careful, my
when
daughter.
she handed it to us. That's dope.
I should probably change into a more appropriate outfit before I leave the forest. I have an outfit prepared in my room
It's
upstairs.
about 5% of the whole game in the demo. 5%. That's very interesting. This is an ancient relic. One that activates teleporting crystals. I knew it! I freaking knew it! It was entrusted to me long ago by Master Jarpin. It should help you on your journey. This will be invaluable. Thank you. I'm already done with the world creation and most of the characters' details. One more thing. Sinersis has been asking to see you. Before you leave, please visit him at his home. New side quests added. And if you have time, speak with the townspeople. They want to send you off with their blessings. I understand, Mary T. Not understanding why we got the knock knock noise in this game. Like, I'm still trying to figure that out. Like, that's like RPG Maker's sin. Alright, time to change. There, much better. Now I should head back to the main street and activate teleporting crystals. Main quest. Oh, mother, please give me strength. Oh, that's dope. Picture of mom is on the wall. And that was an auto event too. Take a bath. Do not restore my HP. Ah, purification orb. Grants purification state to the party for 4 turns. Oh, to the party. So that's everybody. So we got wooden staff, adventurer clothing, leaf earring. Increases magic attack. Magic attack is 29, attack is 14. Definitely mage stats. Okay. Change clothes just to get undressed to take a bath. But I did get an ore of purification though. That's the beauty of taking a bath. I miss this place. I'll miss this place. This view. Standing here listening to the city and the sounds of nature always brought me peace. But lately, the laughter and music have faded, replaced by hushed voices and fear. I won't let it stay this way. I have to do something. I like that. But the knock knock noise is different though. I think it's good. I think it actually makes a little bit of sense in this game. This place is so abandoned. So much time has passed. No matter, there's nothing I can do about it. Chest is locked. Do I need a thief? I wonder how do I get in that chest? Hold on, I think this door. It doesn't matter what door you go in. No, I think it's to a whole different part. We got a kitchen. I do not have cat food. Are you hungry, young lady? Then it won't be ready for a while, but feel free to treat yourself some pastries on the table. Here's the recipe for baked potatoes. Nice! To cook a dish, you need to use a fireplace or stove. By combining different ingredients, you cook. Oh, that actually looks good. Just looking at them baked potatoes with the the melted butter and the chives. That looks delicious. Oh man. Got bread, cheese, cookies. Why can't you guys do this to your game? Why can't you reward your players for just exploring and picking up items? Like, why? Why? What's going on? Oh my goodness. Can artists make entertaining games? Because I hate it. I don't think that works. Your Steam account is located in Germany. I think you need to actually change that, and you're going to do like blah 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 blah. We gotta protect Germans at all costs. They can't look at obscene photos of women. They have to close their eyes when a certain action scene come on. Gotta protect them at all costs. Alright, so I have to activate the crystal. See if it works. Main quest updated. Report back to L blah 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 blah. That's the unicorn guy. But it says talk to the townspeople. They want to give us our blessings. It could be better. I'm trying to stay strong. Sorry to hear that. You have such a difficult journey ahead of you. It must be hard for you. Here's a potion, some gold. You're going to need on your journey. Thank you. Nice! See, this is what I'm talking about. This is what I'm talking about. Getting rewarded for just exploring. Why can't you guys do that in your games? I don't get it, man. I don't get it. I went looking for my friend Miriam in the woods, and a bee stung me. Me and my brother were working on a car yesterday, on my friend's car, and we was change out his O2 sensor. While my brother was on the ground, a wasp stung him. A wasp stung him. Like, oh man, you saw like his arm just getting red. Like, my gosh. I said, don't cry, bro, cause you're a grown man. Ain't no crying. Ain't no crying. Yo, thanks for the follow. How you doing?
Are you ready, milady?
Yes.
I am
said my
doing well.
goodbyes,
My name is
and I'm prepared to
D757
leave.
Dartman, and I like to play RPG Maker games. Right now, I am playing a game
Good.
on my
Take this with you.
D7 Power
It'll
Hour,
help on the way.
episode, where I will play a game for at least an hour to get the meats and potatoes of the game.
Thank you.
And after that 1 hour, I will let the developer know should they either keep the game a free game or should they proceed.
Thank you for coming with me. I
Get
know
rid
how
of the
great
loading
a sacrifice
animation.
it is
Just
on
use
your
blank
part.
screen. The loading animation
Leaving
takes
your
you
home
out
like
of the
this.
game. I think it's cute. It could be a preference thing though.
Don't cry, daughter of the
It could be a
forest elves.
preference thing
It's time to
because
go. Save your
in
tears
some
for later.
games, there's like a saving icon that's on the lower left hand corner. So maybe that's probably why you don't like it. You know what I mean? But I think it's cool. You know how some games say when you see this icon, do not turn the game off. It could be one of those. That's how I look at it.
You're right.
Like an
This is not the
autosave
time or
type thing.
place for tears. The road is long and certainly not easy. We should be prepared. I need to get a good weapon. I'm sure
But
my
taking you out the
Supremacy
game
still
is a
has
little
stock of
bit.
weapons in his armory.
That's a little bit too
You should
harsh.
visit him
I
in
don't think
Moravia.
it does that much damage.
Then, let us go.
Main quest, say goodbye to Farda completed. Okay, he is a unicorn. I've never seen that. Like that class skill, a unicorn. Okay, kind of skills he got. Transform. Okay, armor bless. Haste. Heal. He's basically a knight. Really no magic. Unless maybe he turns to a unicorn and he could use magic spells, etc., etc. Yo, what's up, Colo Coco? My guy, Ifty. The mouth animations for the moment, then stops. Yet I keep hearing the voices. Seems odd. See, here's another theme, but I'm going to assume that these are placeholders.
What
What's
is
this?
There's a peculiar herb on the ground.
Looks like a dispel herb. It has magical properties and can remove a lot of ailments. It might come in handy.
Yes, I recognize it now. From now on, we should keep an eye out for these.
I'm trying
There
to
might
find
be
a way
more
to get
along the
wish
way,
list for Jank
and it's always
Marina.
good to stack up on the herbs.
Yes, there might be
This
many
is
other valuable
A-Guy's
items
game.
along the way. It's always a good idea to look around. You never know what might be hiding.
It's a
in the
beautiful
bushes
game
or
though.
between
Like
the trees.
it looks like a game should look. Especially quality wise. It does an amazing job, with the visualization and the exploration and the look of the characters. I think you have a lot of perks when you can do things like this. Like it makes it, better for the developer.
Help! Please help me! There are monsters chasing me!
Yo, what's up, Levettes? How you doing, my guy? Racers in the house. Go Speed Racer. Go Speed Racer, go!
Look out!
Get ready. We'll need to take care of these monsters.
I'm ready.
Battle system! Battle system! Let's
These wolves don't look like much of a
go!
threat, but be careful. They can really hurt you with their fangs.
I understand. I'll be careful.
Why don't you try your force of nature magic on them? It should deal a significant amount of damage.
Good idea. Magic is my strong point.
I will aid you with my supportive magic. I can also transform into my unicorn form to deal more damage.
Okay. This game used STB system as the default battle system. The character's AGI value determines action orders and they go from highest to lowest. Turn order display. Okay. The battle system also includes a special feature when landing elemental weakness or critical hit against a foe. The character gains an extra turn while the foe becomes stunned. Okay, so the special feature is when you land an elemental weakness or critical hit, you get an extra turn. And they're stunned. You can use this to your advantage on each enemy only per turn. If an enemy receives multiple attacks to his elemental weakness, the stun will only occur once per turn. It won't stack. The battle command window gives you access to all the combat options. Scroll through the list. Your standard physical attack. Use your learn abilities. Team up for powerful. Reduce damage taken to the next hit. Use healing items, buffs, and more. Swap party. Auto let AI handle things. Great for grinding. Make sure you scroll. Might have more tools you think. Teamwork. Alright, so I'm hyped getting in the battle system. I'm hyped. Let's go. Let's freaking go. I'm hyped. But now I have to read through 5 minutes of text. 5 minutes of text just to get into the battle. You know what I mean? Knowing I could figure this out on my own. And here I am, gotta read. And I'm yelling, battle system. Battle system. Alright, let's transform. I want to see what transform. Okay. I knew we got... Are you serious? Spark. Are you serious? Not Spark. Oh my god, not Spark. Not the RPG maker Spark, man. Attack.
Keep it up.
Keep it up. Only one more to go. Let's do our best. Oh, we must be confused. Alright, let's revert back. And that doesn't consume a turn. I like that. Combo. Unicorn Rush. Hold on, so do I have to be a unicorn? Yeah, I have to be a unicorn to do that. Definitely weak. But I like that. Like, you have to...
Force of nature.
You have to, you know, balance him out. Like, human form is defensive. And the other, the unicorn is offensive. I like that. Definitely can add strategy to the battle. That's pretty
Are you
dope.
okay, little girl?
Battles were balanced.
Yes,
I do like the
Thank you so much for your help.
the mechanics so
Go
far.
back to the city.
First
Your
battle.
parents must be very worried.
I will. Thanks again.
Double slash will always be the strongest attack. Double slash is stronger than Ultima. Those who know what Ultima is, double slash is a stronger attack. And in most RPG games, especially RPG Maker, you would never run out of tech points to do double slash. So let's keep it 100, guys. Let's keep it 100.
This is Adele's fountain. It can restore the full HP and MP of whoever drinks its water.
I remember reading
Ultima
about
is
magical
like
properties in a book.
one of the strongest magic spells like in Final Fantasy games.
You can find similar fountains all over the Yukari forest.
We should keep notice of these places.
Okay, so is the battles on screen? Or are they random encounters? You got fish, so you need a fishing rod to go fishing. Okay, we are having some frame issues here. Can I see the exact number? Oh, let me save it real quick. Hold on, something is going on. Like, we ran into a bug. My characters is no longer movable. They're not moving, so the game is stuck. That's not me. So let me restart it. I can't even go to the menu. Okay, do we have autosave? Yes, we do. So I'm not controlling that. I'm not controlling that. Look. That's not me. Look. That's not me. Autosave. That's not me. They get stuck there. They get stuck there. Oh my goodness. So I have to load this file. It's an issue. It's an issue, you guys.
Yeah.
Alright, let's get back to where we was. Could be just a auto run event. Maybe wasn't closed out because this is what's happening. It's this event that resets itself when we come back to this map because it's the same map. So, in the RPG Maker community, you gotta say this. Have you playtest your
These
game?
wolves don't look like much of a
Did you
threat.
playtest your game
Why don't
before
they-
releasing it?
Like,
That's not my rule. That's like everybody in their mama's rules. So it can break the game,
By the gods.
but at the same time, that's freaking fire. That's fire. I like that. That unicorn rush, that's dope.
Yes.
And I like games with like combos, like dual attacks. That's definitely a plus for me. Wasn't paying attention to her health, but it's all good. It's all good. I was just trying to get,
Yes.
get past that fight. But I did see something unique. Okay, when you die, do you stay dead? Yes, you do. You are still dead as a doorknob.
We should.
Okay. Do you get resurrected? Yes, you do. Let's go ahead and save it. I tested it many times, but I don't know if, I missed these bugs. It's all good. I mean, this is why I'm going to try to go back because I did save it. Oh, I think I did save it. 36. Yeah, I did save it. Let's see if that creates the problem again. Yes, it did. It's auto run. It's auto run. Gotta go, gotta go. Okay, we got. Alright, it did say it's a bitmap. Frames are dropping.
Hello.
Could be computer, probably gotta have a decent PC.
Force of nature.
Y'all need to send me your games on Fiverr. Here's this guy advertising on my screen. He's advertising his Fiverr and then offer me anything. That's crazy work. That's crazy work.
Power. Come to me.
Ain't that crazy? Them Indian guys, man, they don't care, man. These guys from India do not care. See, they be bothering me all the time because one, they call me trying to scam me out my money. And now they trying to take over my stream by trying to scam more people. He's out arguing chicken. Oh man. Germans are the biggest scammers. To be honest, I don't get calls from Germans. I get calls from Indians. They be saying, my name is Jarrell. Like this, there's no way your name's Jarrell, my guy. Your name is probably Ixmar or somebody or something. Your name is Ixmar. Oh my god. Y'all be killing me when y'all come up with these, like, what's your American name? What's your American name, Ifty? I know you got one. You tell me, man. You tell me.
Force of nature.
Okay, resist. Leveled up.
Yes.
I reached a new level. Alright, so skills. Learn. Nature slash. Okay, do learning new skills open way for new ones. Or maybe they're level based. You know, you get on a different level, you unlock new skills. The higher your levels go.
It's time to fight.
RTP podcast better come back. About the podcast. Before I didn't really have the time because my kids had karate. They're no longer in karate anymore. So, you know, I can do more of the podcast. But what's going on right now, Cychronic is is developing a small community for the homeless in his state. So he's going to be gone for a little bit, and Marlon Unjaded, you know, he's basically, he got a decent position in the NAACP, and he's questionable.
Interesting.
And part-time experience, you know, he can only come live on certain days because of his job. So right now, the podcast can be a thing.
Hello.
It's just that, hey, thanks for the 200 bits. It's just that
By the gods.
we all gotta have the time. I definitely do want to bring the podcast back. I definitely want to do that.
Nature, yeah.
And being you know, wasn't paying attention, I forgot to record the video. So I'm gonna have to, you know, extract Twitch's video
Nature,
so I can upload it on YouTube of the gameplay.
So much better.
Okay, so leveling up, you do restore your HP and your health. So it seems like the enemies, the on-screen enemies, were the lag. It caused the lag problems. Hey guy, thanks for the sub too. Oh my God, today is a good day. So we're pushing 20 frames per second. I'm not sure this is just my computer or OBS could be a problem. Cause sometimes when I stream on OBS, sometimes it just cause a lot of issues. So I really don't know. I really don't know.
Force of nature.
So I'm glad I'm not a developer because that's not my problem to figure it out.
Greetings.
Nah, I that wasn't nice. I don't know if it's me, but does the slime look like it's floating a bit? Cause the shadow is like directly under it, like a little bit too far from under. It just looked like it's floating a bit. If that makes sense.
By the gods.
Okay, that's not gonna work.
By the gods.
Not a bad game. Not a bad game. It definitely isn't a bad game. Like it has a lot to offer. It has a lot to offer. You know, it has a lot of mechanics that I actually personally like in games. But I think if the on-screen enemies is gonna cause a lag like this, and I have a i7, a 3060 12 gigabyte overclock graphics card, and 16 gigabytes of RAM. So it can play a lot of games, no problem. But RPG Maker, it just pushes limits on you. You know what I mean? It just pushes limits on you with RPG Maker, where It's audio control. It's audio control. It just makes it really tough. Hype train, let's go. I never had a hype train before. I never had a hype train before. This is awesome. This is awesome. But yeah. I know we want to make games look better and pretty, but sometimes you are taking a loss at performance. Now, if it's like D7, your computer just sucks type thing, then I get it. I get it. If my computer sucks, it just sucks. But I don't think it's my computer. Bitmap do this to games, especially parallax maps, and also on-screen enemies. All that takes resources. All those take freaking resources. You know what I mean? Racer, let's freaking go. My computer is actually pretty good. It's an older computer. I had it about, let's say, probably 5 years. I probably had it 5 years. But, you know, it got a new graphics card. Like, I just put the new graphics card in there. You know what I mean? So, I'm letting you guys know that regardless, game is good. And we had a first boss battle. The aura is filled with hatred. Be careful. So do I need strategy to win? Or just mash random buttons? I have a good CPU. I got an i7. You know, I have a pretty decent CPU. I think they might be weak against nature, my guy. Not no freaking... Hold up. I need a heal. Heal. Like the animations. Nice, nice. And I need magic points. Alright, let's do nature. Okay, they're weak against nature. Let's do... Hold up. See the light. It removes debuffs. It removes debuffs. And let's do weapon bless. You know what? Armor bless.
Armor bless.
But this Joker is hard. See the light again.
Power. Company. So much better.
See, the thing is with my computer, if I want a better CPU, I have to upgrade my graphics card. And I'm not trying to, I ain't trying to do all that. I ain't trying to do all that.
By the god.
129. So let's go ahead and transform and do spark. 66. Okay, we do have a increase.
By the god.
Of defense. His defense is better. Nature. Attack! 8. So we definitely have to use skills and items. Combo, see the light. I saw that, right? I saw that, but I didn't have enough to learn it. That's why I don't have that skill, 'cause I didn't have enough. But it's okay. There's no hard boss in RPG Maker. I think we'll be fine. I think we'll be fine. That's all we gotta keep doing is spark, nature, spark. That's it.
Here.
There's no hard boss in RPG Maker. I repeat, there's no hard boss in RPG Maker. Spark! Nice. I got a new emote, guys. Appreciate it. Respectfully, no emote. When that became a thing in Twitch? Probably because I never got those things. You know, I never received those things. I'm like, oh my gosh. D7 gonna be counting those dollars after stream. Let's freaking go. I did receive a for some reason I got a Twitch payout last month, and I'm like, dang, I ain't really streamed like that. How is that possible? I guess because you guys love me. So the hour is over. I've been playing a little over an hour, and it actually became an hour at the boss fight. So maybe the purification stone would have been good for this fight, since this enemy is corrupted. So the turn order, okay, so I can use that and heal.
Here.
Then go back on the offense. Spark! I agree. Check out the Kickstarter page. I did check it out a bit. I didn't really, see much about it because I wanted to come into this game blind playthrough. So I will be looking at the Kickstarter page when I'm done with this. What could I cause of that like that? I don't know, but the red aura is completely gone. This isn't normal. The creatures of the forest were never aggressive before. But now this, it's a bad sign. We should get to the village quickly. You're right, let's go. And he's dead. Alright, so I played this game for an hour. And I'm going to tell you what I think about it. Presentation, the game looks amazing. Presentation wise. Title screen, it looks good. You can see who's your main character, and who are the supporting characters. You know, you have life and animation to your title screen. People don't like looking at like a blank title screen. I know I don't. Or like a default one. I know I don't. But this game definitely, leads it in a better direction in terms of presentation. Maps look great. The towns, not one house looked the same. Each house was crafted amazingly. Voice acting was good. I like the fonts. I like how you try to go go outside the box to make your game stand out than other RPG Maker games. Sometimes being a single developer could be really tough and hard on a developer, because some developers lack certain resources and skills to actually put everything together in one package. The art is where you excel at. Right? You can make your game look pretty. And pretty games also equate to bigger budgets. Awesome graphics. That's how people translate that. So when people see this game and the way it looks, without them knowing, okay, maybe I drew all this on my own, which is time. Time is money. So everything translate and equates to a dollar sign, even though you're not really paying money for it, because you're actually doing the art yourself. That can still have an impact on what your game price should be. People isn't really going to spend a lot of money on the RTP stuff. They're not going to do that. They will spend money on games that look like this and art that shows for itself. The sprites shows for itself, and the attention to detail, like everything, it looks good. Battle system, I think you kind of cater this game to to a casual audience. This is a casual audience game. There's nothing too complicated about the game itself and the battle system. What did I see new in this game? This game really has everything that you can find in an RPG Maker game. Well, I won't even say RPG Maker. I would say an RPG game, period. This game has whatever features and components that you may find in other games. Like it has some Trials Cascadia stuff. Trials Cascadia have dual combos. Trials may go a little bit beyond with the passive abilities, with the off-screen allies attacking the enemies, passively. It has a lot more underneath the hood. This game, it looks good. It played, the exploration is top notch, 100%. But it feels like, what's new? Is this game going to deliver a new taste? Or what's so special about this game that is different from the other RPG games that's out there? Like, what is in this game that's going to separate this game from the other games? Maybe it's too early to tell because I've been playing for an hour. But the story could be interesting, where somebody want to grab it. They might like elves, they may like the fantasy part about it. You know, they made like the transformation of the unicorn guy and what's more to come, or the strategic battles. The battle systems, they were fine, but you know, I got to the point where with the wolf boss, I felt like there was only certain things I can do. My attack sucks. You know, like my regular attacks didn't really do damage. You know, I had to do the spark and the other things. I know I didn't learn the other ability, but it was beatable. It was playable without those skills. So, you know, that eliminates the reason to grind early game, which is good because you don't want to make your game too hard for your players. Because like I said, this game is a casual game. It's not for the hardcore players. So a game like this is definitely it definitely can have its audience or its own fan base just to base off what you're basing it on. But I think the art itself is going to enamor your players. The art. You know, people's going to like it. You know, people's going to support it. Now, performance. Within that first hour, my frame rates was crazy. Everywhere else was pushing 100 frames, 120 frames. And I think my monitor is not even turned up all the way, like on frame rate. I think it's at 75 right now. And this is like a 240 hertz monitor. So the frame rate in certain parts is amazing. Is good. But when you get to that big area where there's open enemies, it starts to lag. And the problem with that is the game optimized. Customers is going to worry about the optimization of the game because lagging can take that fun meter, push it up, and greatly bring it down so fast, like a roller coaster, like you're riding on the Alpengeist or something like that, Busch Gardens. So we gotta work on that part. You know what I mean? We gotta work on that lag. Now, OBS could be the problem. It could be OBS, or may need some performance. But when you're looking at a game, especially a game with Kickstarters and stuff like that, people darn near want it perfect. They darn near want it perfect. You know, you're basically telling people, I am a professional. I'm going to make you a game that stands out from the rest of the games. Give me a chance. This is not a knock-knock game. In this game, you know, it's going to satisfy your craving for a good RPG. Me personally, I like it. It's fun. You know, some things did irk me, like the music. I'm going to treat that as placeholders. You know, this is like, a lot of this stuff is placeholders. But I like the world building. I like, you know, the crafting system. I like the battle system, the combos. There's a lot of things in this game that I like a lot. I just don't like the frame drops. The frame drops that I know it could be improved, I know it's not your fault. You at the mercy of the engine. But guys like Brent Rawson, need Dr. 4G, who has those issues in their game, and they drastically improve the frame rates, by optimizing their game. So we are in a community where we can help each other out. There's no competition. This is what I like about this community, because there's brotherhood, sisterhood amongst the ranks. There's no competition. There's no, oh, I don't want your game to do good. There's none of that. I'm pretty sure you uplifted and helped a lot of people in this community and want them to succeed. Even though everybody are rivals in a way. Because we all make games. We all want that audience, and we all want that dollar bill. We all want that money to make a game. So thank God for the live stream, because I was able to show you how your game may impact streamers, how it may impact those who are showing your game to others. And streamers are basically the next marketers in a way, because they stream your game, they post online. If somebody type in good RPGs or JRPGs by single devs, your game might pop up. They may see it, whatnot. Because every last one of us, before we buy a game, we probably search somebody playing it. We probably want to get a different reaction of someone playing your game and see how they reacted before we buy it. So overall, I like the game. I think the game is fine in terms of trying to, for the people. But it's just, those frame rates just need to be improved. And mapping looks great. Like Frah'Akin said, there was some clipping here and there, with the tile set. I mean, when you're a person developer, it's really hard. It's really hard to find everything when you play it yourself, because in your mind, this game is perfect. There's no bugs in my game. This game is perfect. But you're not going to be able to overlook everything. It's tough. It's tough when you're a single developer. You got to get play testers. You got to get this. You got to get that. Like, come on. You know what I mean? But I like it. If I were to pay for this game, if this game was fully polished, if this game, had an original soundtrack, composer involved, I feel like $14.99 to $19.99, $20 would be appropriate for this game if everything was in working order. And I could also see this game on consoles as well, because looking at it, it looks like a console-like game and not an RPG Maker game. It looks like it could belong on the Nintendo Switch easily, because everybody and their mama put their games on the Nintendo Switch, but this game looks like a Switch game. I'm not even gonna lie, it looks like a Switch game. But this is, it is a high-paid game. It is like one of those premium-looking RPG Maker games. You got games like Red Genie, who was $20, had his own composer, but was full of RTP, everything. But this game, when you play it, it's a fresh of breath. It's a fresh, a fresh breath of air. It looks amazing. I can't wait to explore further. Get into the depths. And you have what I like in the game. I like to explore and be rewarded. This game has that. So, yeah. Get with Brent Rawson. Get with Dr. 4G. Get with the RTP podcast. The Discord. There's people who may have answers to your solution. Maybe talk with Frah'Akin. Frah'Akin, can give you the details. If you like to join the RTP Discord, I think you should, and I think you belong there, to be honest. I think you belong there, and, there's, maybe you could commission some people, because your art is definitely needed in the RPG Maker community, those who are going commercial. So, yeah. So I'm going to continue to play this game. But within that hour, you gave me what the game has to offer with a boss fight. And the boss fight was pretty decent, I did get in the survival mode a bit, but yeah. Maybe there were levels of tension, but you did prove that it can be beaten, without maybe a certain skill. So, yeah, good work. So let's go ahead and finish it. So how much longer we got? You said 5%, so 5% is not a lot.
By the gods.
I think she did good though, guys. I think she did good. What you guys think about the game? You think this game is commercial worthy?
By the gods.
Or do you think she should keep it in the free zone?
Force of nature. Force of nature.
Oh man, don't remind me of them Steam
Force of
coupons,
nature.
bro.
Yes.
Oh yeah. And I do like the fact that she does have a reward system for inflicting a ailment or a weakness on the enemy. So I probably needed that ability to really do my thing. Greatly increase. Why don't he have unicorn form abilities? That would've been dope. Cause his abilities, I mean, I know they're supportive, but they're not fun. I think he just got the unicorn thing going for him. That's it. Turn to a unicorn. Ooh-wee. Okay, I could go past the town. I want to go back. Okay, Renivia. Alright, so that's a bug. We gotta fix that. Alright? I think we gotta fix that, right? Because it's frozen. I think we gotta go into town from that side to continue on with the story. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, everybody can't go to their daddy and be like, hey dad, can you do this and that for me, daddy?
We finally reached Renavia. I've been here before as a child, but so many years have passed. I honestly can't say where to find Master Finlisher anymore.
Maybe we should ask the villagers. I'm sure they can be of help.
Good idea.
Good
Let's
idea.
look around and ask the people.
Let's look around and ask the people. Main quest updated. Let's freaking go. Alright, so game froze. I guess this is... we can't do nothing here. So we definitely have some bugs. We definitely have some bugs, and I'm concerned about the demo right now. Because the demo is... I'm running to cliffhangers. Unless this is the end of the demo. Because if I go here, if I go into town, it's going to freeze up. And why are there shadows? It's like maybe the water. I'm not even sure, but we definitely have reflection showing. So when we go here, Earthstone, they grow bigger. Right? They grow bigger. But the town is, we have to go to the village. We have to go to the village, and now here we are at another enemy.
Welcome, Anea, Lady of the Forest Elves.
Hello, Elmer. We meet again.
Yes, so many years have passed, so many changes occurred. Now you return to fix what was once broken. It will not be an easy task.
Not be
Indeed.
easy.
I have one question though. Why did you let me pass the Earthstone in the first place?
Why did I let you cross the border? I guessed the riddle. I let you pass. It
What
is
riddle?
as simple as that.
I didn't ask for no riddle.
What? Why?
I didn't
Just
answer no
stop
riddle.
me.
Was that not what you wanted? Then the rules. All actions have
Yeah.
consequences.
Yeah, we
This
gotta
seems
fix
kind
this demo.
Will you now condemn me for the audacity of my youth? You are the Stone's guardian. You were not supposed to let anyone pass. Why did you make this assumption?
You still don't understand, Anea. It is not the stones that make the borders, nor the griffins that defend the stones. Real boundaries are created by the mind. For millennia, the elves believed they were safe, because no forest elf attempted to go beyond the Earthstone into human-inhabited lands. Faith has great power. You are the first who dared to take the step, to cross the border that none have crossed before. I was curious to see what you would do. Now I am standing here in front of you, and I will not ask you another riddle. You have free passage. Go and face your fate.
Okay, I'll do that. Main quest updated. So you go to the main quest. It hasn't updated because we actually didn't unlock it. I went past her. Oh, that's cool. Oh, I probably need like a scythe, a sickle to cut the herbs. Old milk, doors closed. Bag of flour. Scythe, there we go. Told you, scythe. I knew it. Nice. Let's go. The ground markings showing travel are a nice touch. Yeah, like the map is amazing. Like you see this, like clearly a horse buggy, a wagon. Definitely. Attention to detail. There's something shiny on the ground. I should check it out. So we're not gonna see it maybe shining because the quest didn't. Okay, there it is. So what did we actually get? Key items. Yo, what's up, Moogle Rampage? Why they call you Moogle Rampage and you're not even really on the rampage? See, like this map plays fine. It's amazing. It plays great.
Hello there. Can I help you?
Hello, ma'am. I'm afraid there's little that can be done.
What happened to your carriage, sir?
Yeah, what happened?
Wolves happened, damn them. They attacked us not far from here. The horses got frightened and ran away. The carriage turned over and broke right in the middle. So, we're collecting what's left of the goods and walking home on foot. All the hard work is wasted.
I'm very sorry to hear that. Let us lend you a hand.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am. Main quest updated. Nice. Look at this. You know what? I should go back to town. Flower bag. Let's check. Go back to town. Maybe buy some better equipment if I can. Oh, dang it. I can't buy any weapons. What about items? I know I used most of my magic potions. Yeah, that's the church. We've been there already. Okay, recipe potion. Roll of healing. Tears of nature. I wonder if this game gonna have achievements. Trophies. I think it does. If I'm not mistaken, I think it did say achievements on the Steam little store. Found the cloth barber. Elven dress. I actually thought it was going to change the appearance. That would have been dope. Now what the heck? The cloth armor. Who could equip that? Armor made of tough cloth, light equipment. Oh, they can't equip it. So maybe for another character? So the developer been working on this game for 3 years. Shouldn't leave yet. Okay. I have to visit the village. But can't go to the village because gonna crash. Flower bag. Okay, I got probably need one more. My count was correct. Yeah, I'm missing one. I have a feeling it might be in the trees, unless I'm blind, or it could be on the next map. Cause these the tracks. Yep, 5, 6. Follow the tracks. There it is. That's cool. That's neat. $150 experience. Let's go.
That should be the last bag. Please join us for dinner. It's the least we can do to repay you.
We don't want to intrude.
Intrude? Nonsense. Boys, make a fire and get ready for dinner. We feast tonight.
Boys. Sometime later.
My name is Edna Realithi, and this is Alavander.
I'm Edward Schmidt, the owner of this field. These are my 2 sons, Ralph and Danny, and this is Thomas, my helper.
Nice to meet you.
Forgive my curiosity, but
He's one of
what
the
are a couple of travelers like
playable
yourselves doing?
characters.
We're trying to reach the city of Meterith, but we don't know the way.
Meteorite? It's pretty far from here. May I know why you're going to the capital, young lady?
We want to get there for the meetings of the 5 rulers. I heard it will take place in 5 days, after sunset.
Meeting of the 5 rulers?
Yep.
Now what do you know?
Metalith is north of here. You have to go through Alantur and Delmino to get there.
Yes, you have a long road ahead of you, and the night is nigh.
Thank you, sir. That's very kind
The
of you.
old man voice actor is amazing. Like, he's a good voice actor. But this guy right here, he don't sound too happy to be there.
Danny, fetch us some wine so we can celebrate.
Oh, thank you, but we don't drink alcohol.
Really? That's a pity. Well, don't mind if we do. Cheers.
He's like, well, you gotta go through DeMarco and blah, 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 blah.
You said you want to get to Metalith. I know a good shortcut. You could get there in about 2 days, but it's a dangerous path. It's hard to get by without a guide. There's a good chance you'd come across thieves along the way. The safest route would be to go through Alantur and Delmino, but it takes twice as long. There's a chance you won't make it on time for the meeting.
There's always that chance.
We don't have a guide, so we'll have to take a longer path and try to make it.
I could be your guide, if you let me join you. I come from Metalith, from a wealthy family. My parents cast me out, and I somehow ended up here. Edward found me and gave me a place to stay.
Oh,
I
nonsense.
started working for him to earn my keep, but to be honest, I always felt out of place here. As if there was something more for me out there. I'd like to come back to the capital and get a fresh start.
Mr. Thomas,
Call me Tom.
Tom, we have no money to pay for your service.
You don't have to pay me. I'd be happy to help you out. I noticed, but didn't dare to ask. You're an elf, am I right?
Duh, look at the ears.
Yes, it's true. I'm the princess of the forest elves. Elevander is a unicorn and my protector. The monsters that began
Yeah, I
to hunt
see.
our
I
forest
saw it.
are harbinger
It's the
of
same
what is
thing
to
on the
come.
world map, too.
A great evil is approaching. We're going to the meetings of the 5 rulers to take... That's why it's so important that we get to Meterith as soon as possible.
I think some
An
games
elf and a unicorn? Creatures of the old here in
you
front
can...
of me? Unbelievable!
You could just overlook it and
Please
be
take
like,
me with you.
it's
I'll
fine.
gladly be your guide.
It's late.
It's fine.
We
If
should
it
rest.
got all these issues, it's okay.
Elevander is right. I'll think about your proposal in the morning. For now...
Alright, so we got 3 characters now. All in the demo.
Are you going to take the boy with us?
Yes, I think we can trust him. His intentions seem genuine.
All right. We could use a guide, and he does seem
That was a
very
different
eager.
text. Yeah, you right. You're right. You definitely want to fix majority of your issues. Because right now, I'm not even supposed to be here.
I
Like,
considered your proposal, and
my
Really?
main quest
Are
still
you going to
says
let me be your
visit
guide?
that town.
yes, if you promise to keep our identity and the purpose of our mission to yours, you'll also have to follow my guidance.
I'll obey your every order.
We'll be leaving soon.
So I think what
Don't
happens,
forget to say goodbye to Edward and his sons.
Roger,
I don't think the voices are AI.
I'll be back. Need to get ready for the road.
So, you're taking my Thomas with you.
Oh,
He offered to help, and we agreed to take him as a guide. However, if this bothers you, sir,
No, my dear, I understand the boy's choice. Even though he's as dear to me as these two sons of mine, I know that this is not the life for him. I knew he was made for greater things when he set foot in my house. When I found him, he was a lost soul wandering the world without purpose. He didn't say much about himself, and I didn't ask. I gave him a job, and he took it without complaints. But I always saw these sparks in his eyes, as if he wanted to set out to the world, hungry for adventure. Now his time has come.
It's time to be a man.
I'm glad he's going with you, my lady.
I'm back and ready to go.
The virtues of youth.
Thanks, old man, for taking care of me all this time.
Don't mention it. Be good to the lady and her friend.
It's a promise.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah, this
for
isn't
everything.
AI.
I wish there was a way
AI
to
won't be
repay
able to
your
do none of
kindness.
this.
It's been a pleasure, ma'am. You don't owe me anything.
Goodbye, Edward. I sincerely hope we'll meet again.
Adventure, here we come!
Hey, we got Thomas. The heroes gather together and set forth on their new journey. What mysteries and challenges await them? Time will only tell. Don't tell me this demo. Don't tell me that. Ah, dang it! Dang it, man. I knew it. I freaking knew it. Ah. I freaking knew it, man. Kickstarter. Let's check out the Kickstarter. Kickstarter. Let's go. Kickstarter. Hey, let's go. Kickstarter. Hey, let's go. Alright, Kickstarter, guys. This game does have a Kickstarter. This game does have a Kickstarter. Tales of Frah'Akin. They're asking for $11,390. 4,000 has been raised. 79 backers. 15 days to go. And this is... Hold on. I want to see the trailer. I want to see the freaking trailer. Like, why should people kickstart this? And it could show you guys like how to properly do a Kickstarter. Cause like a lot of you guys don't know how to do a Kickstarter. Y'all want one, but don't know how to freaking do one. Like, that doesn't make any freaking sense.
There you are.
Fishing game. This is stuff people like. Chess.
Triple strike!
Action sequencing.
By the gods.
Oh, okay. crafting.
Forgive me for intruding.
Welcome, Emilia, Lady of the Forest Rose.
Let's see what I can do.
That's dope. That's dope. That trailer is good. All right, so Pandemonium, Pandonium Studio is the developer. Tier 12, Collector's Edition, $513 American dollars. You get an ultimate tier, including all rewards from previous tiers. You get a whole. It's like you get a whole bunch of artwork, cover work. That's a sword. Let's see. Is that what you get? Okay, you get your name in the credits, email list, name in the credits, 3 high-res wallpapers, digital copy of the game, digital copy of original soundtrack, digital art book with designer notes, extra outfit for all characters in the game, digital comic, Ocean World DLC, your own character as an NPC, in-game letter from you, in-game pet or creature design, in-game custom weapon for one character, Chronicles of Frah'Akin PDF, adopt a plant. Then you get wallpapers. Oh, okay, this is additional. So, I mean, the value is there. Create a dream date, $63. Custom weapons, $52. You know, to get people involved. Okay, so tier 1 is $1. Only one person donated to that. So you only get a thank you picture. Tier 2, you get the wallpapers, email list. Tier 3, to get the game, you gotta donate $18. So we are looking around a $20 game. November 2027 is the release date. So 2 more years is the release date. Okay? So in 2 years, are we going to be alive or with God? Tier 5 beta tester. Okay, so we got 7 beta testers so far. We got 7 beta testers. Every few months, I plan to release the beta version of the game, which you'll be able to test and stream to your heart's content. Exclusive original soundtrack. So do you get the beta tester with this? I don't think you do. So she has a beta tester tier, which is tier 5, and you can only get it from tier 5. I like this idea. I like the beta tester idea. You know, it caters streamers. It caters streamers to have content, you know, of this game. Because people like new games, and you know, games that do good, people want to be, you know, kept in the loop. This is the art book. So you can get the game at tier 3. Chronicles of Frah'Akin. So the kit starter is really promising. All right, so the game, the early bird is $20. $23. You get the thank you picture and you get the game. So that's $20 versus 15. Let me see. Tier 3. Okay, you get a lot of stuff with tier 4. Holy smokes. So that's a better deal. Tier 4, but it's gone. Sold out. Alright. So the campaign. The goals. Stretch goals. Site can't be loaded. I can't even see it. Stretch goals. When I try to log into it, I can't see it. But it does say 10,000 game funded. I just see all lot. 15 animated. Music pack. Custom. Okay, so $20,000. You need custom music packs. Okay, so we're going to be on itch and Steam. So I don't see any goal for consoles. Alright, as solo indie developer, Tales of Frah'Akin is the result of countless hours of work, passion, and dedication. However, creating the game on my own is a monumental task, and I need your help to bring this game to its full potential. Alright, so I'm a one-person team where I do my best to handle all aspects of the game, from programming to the art to story and design. There are limitations of what I could accomplish alone, especially while managing a full-time job and personal responsibilities. Your support will allow me to focus more on developing Tales of Frah'Akin without the stress of financial instability. So, this is what I've been telling you guys. Kickstarters are to aid in completing the game, where Kickstarters can help relieve financial burdens that you may face, like your bills. You know, you could spend more time developing the game, but at the same time you need money to live on too. So I actually like this description, you know, financial support for development. I think this was well said in that aspect. You know, I'm not lying. I got a full-time job and personal responsibilities will allow me to focus more on developing. So when you have that extra cash, maybe to take, like, go on a small vacation where you could develop your game, you still have that stability to, you know, take care of things around the house while still delivering your promise. To ensure game meets high standards, I envision I need to hire additional talents. Coding and development. I want to improve and refine the gameplay, fits in issues like chess game, auto mode glitch, and enhancing the overall experience. Voice acting. While a lot of the current voice acting has been done through kind favors, professional voice talent would bring the characters to life in ways that would deepen the emotional connection with players. The same goes for music. Custom compositions are needed to elevate the atmosphere. So I knew that we had a lot of placeholders. You know, the music placeholder. Some characters didn't have voice. I'm not sure if the developer is going for full voice acting, Like some games go for full voice acting, even the NPCs have voice actors. Or just the main characters. I think this game just gonna be the important characters may have a voice. Alright, arts and animation. As the sole artist creating the art is time consuming and the distance support animation assets will drastically speed up the process while maintaining quality. I agree. Promotion and marketing. This is where people struggle at. I want to ensure that more people can discover and enjoy tales of Frah'Akin. With the right funding, I can invest in effective marketing strategies to help the game reach a wider audience and get more players engaged. I agree. Get PewDiePie or Mr. Beast to play your game one time, you'll be fine. You'll be fine if you get one of those guys to play your game. Your contribution will ensure that I can continue working on the game to its completion with the financial freedom to focus on what truly matters, creating an amazing RPG for you to enjoy. This is my first game in my Kickstarter campaign, and while I learned so much along the way, I'm still learning. I ask for your patience, understanding, and support as I continue to develop Tales of Frah'Akin into the game I know it can be. Every bit of funding and every backer makes a huge difference, and together we can make this game something special. So, get me if I'm wrong. Do your game have to make the amount, or does it have to be a certain percentage? Do you have to be funded 100% before you even get any of the money? Or will she get what's already funded? Alright. Has to be 100% funded. Okay, here's the story. I like the animations of the story. The book turning, definitely, it puts you in there like you're part of the game itself. Characters. Love the characters. Looks dope. 13 playable characters. And these are all the characters. We got little arts for them. Maybe there's no art completed for these characters. Friendship system. Engaging turn-based combat world. Nice world map. See, people like to see stuff like this. Like, it kind of reminds me of the games from the good old days. And we got future DLC. Exploration and rewards, fishing, instruments, dancing, mining, chess. Now, I guess chess is fine because we do have humans in the game. But, maybe be more creative, create your own game instead of like a chess-like, That's something to think about. 13 play characters, 2 outfit per character. Alright, we already did the tiers and all that. This is the developer. Definitely looks like an artist type lady. Nice. I like this. Now, the way the games look, right? A woman is the main character. Your sprites looks cute. They look more girlish like than your average RPG looking hero sprite. This can definitely bring in new gamers, especially women audience. One thing I know about women is that women will support another hardworking woman, then a man will support a hardworking man. Like, when the women community is so powerful, where men we're by nature we like to compete with each other by nature. That's what men do. Men don't like to be, shown mercy. So we tend not to ask for help. We tend to, raw dog it. But women, when one woman see another woman doing something like this good, y'all tend to like really bond and really support each other like a whole lot of different ways. That's my personal experience. I mean, you see it everywhere. You see it on social media. You see it, in real life. A small woman business, gets tons of support from other women. And if you look at it like this is a woman organization. You're a sole developer and you're a woman. So you can definitely ask your sisters, like, hey sisters, help me out. But that looks good. Everything I'm just showing you guys because you can have ideas what to do for your fundraiser, for your Kickstarter. All right. So the money, this is where your money is going to go to. 30% on music and visual assets. 30% on music and visual assets. 10% on plugins. 15% on marketing. Taxes and Kickstarter fees, 15%. Now, business-wise, I'm not sure if you're in the US, but business-wise, I don't think this money is considered a donation. So you don't have to claim taxes on this money. I don't think so. I could be wrong. But if this is donated, you don't have to pay taxes on this unless Kickstarter sends you a 1099. What is it called? A 1099 miscellaneous form. Yes, a 1099 miscellaneous. That's like for rewards, awards, and stuff like that. Then you be subjected to pay taxes on it. But I don't know how it is in Poland, but here we got something called Schedule C. Schedule C. It's a earnings and loss income chart. So basically, let's say your Kickstarter is $10,000. They send you a schedule. They send you a 1099 at the end of the year, saying that okay, we gave you $10,000. It is tax. It is tax. Deductible because we charge you a fee, and we got to include that. So they probably will send the 1099 because of those reasons. So you get that. Let's say you got $10,000, but everything you pay for it's $10,000. So in actuality, you don't owe the IRS anything because you haven't made any money. You see what I'm saying? So you got $10,000 from Kickstarter, but everything you spent was $10,000. So when you do your Schedule C form, your profits went from $10,000 to $0 because the $10,000 was your expenses. So you don't owe any taxes on those expenses, if that makes any sense. I know you could do that in the US, but in Poland, I don't know how y'all taxes work. But here in the United States, you be able to claim everything as a deduction. You work from home, your studios in your house, you be able to deduct your utilities, your internet bill, everything, because you work from home. So everything is taxed deductible. So it can actually save you money in the long run. You know? So I'm not sure how it works in Poland, but look, I'm pretty sure all businesses have a equal, are pretty much equal, you know, because businesses take a loss. So that can help you. That can help you with taxes and fees that you may expect you have to pay. So think about that and research that. Marketing is like one of the hardest thing, because if you deal with a publisher, I'm not sure you're going to publish your own game, but if you're dealing with a publisher who's willing to front the money up front, then you're looking at a whole different beast, because some publishers, they're going to want their investment back, and if they market your game the way it's supposed to market, you may break even and see a profit. So make sure if you do work with a publisher, you get a good publishing deal, and nothing's affected for long term for this game. Because if this game takes off and you owe the publisher X amount of dollars and you're still being taxed through Steam, through sales, then you may be owing more money what you think you may have to pay. So be careful and be wary about, you know, these publishers, and always do the research to do the marketing on your own if you can. Now, how do you market your game? Could be tricky, you know, because a lot of us in the RPG Maker community, we market our game just by posting links. We don't make the commercial. We don't ask people like the bigger streamers and YouTubers, to like people that have a good podcast. We don't ask those people, hey, do you mind I come on your podcast and talk about your game, my game, you know? This person may have 100,000 followers. You know, do business. Use the budget, that money that you're going to use for marketing, to do stuff like that, you know, to get your game out there. Because right now, most games are only in the eyes of people in the RPG Maker community. That's a fact. You know, everybody mama that knows about this game are probably 90% of people that's in the RPG Maker community. And that's where we got to deviate from. Because RPG Maker is already a small community at that. You may think we're big, but we're not really that big. Versus a community of gamers who like RPGs, who like role-playing games, who never heard of RPG Maker, but like RPGs. or just games in general. You don't have to like RPGs to play a RPG. Like me and my wife, we're playing this game called Played Up. It's a game. It's like a puzzle game where you actually cooking dishes against the time. We enjoy that game. We don't really play games like that, but we're playing it. We're enjoying it, and that could go from for people who never played an RPG before. Your game could be the first RPG game they play, and they love it and they enjoy it. So keep that in mind. You gotta keep stuff like that in mind. You want to market outside of the RPG Maker community, not within. Because all we do is go on people Discords and post our links. That's all we do. That's all we do. If not, we'll be breaking numbers. We'll be breaking numbers if that was the case. So, what I would do, start locally. Start locally, maybe on Facebook. I don't know, you're on Facebook or whatnot. There's plenty of groups on Facebook or subreddits where you can promote your stuff outside of the community to people that's out there. Or maybe pass flyers, like maybe pass like little flyers of your game. You could probably go to like a small business, create some cards. You could probably make like 1,000 cards from the Vistaprint, and that promotes your game and your Kickstarter or whatnot. Well, it's too late for the Kickstarter, but that promotes your game. And just leave your cards at small businesses. Maybe GameStop. Maybe GameStop may allow you to leave cards there, or your small local gaming companies may leave cards there with a link, with a QR code, or any type of code they can scan, and they'll bring to your trailer. And people could wish list that. You know what I mean? That looks professional, and people like that. Something may cost you $10 to do something like that. People gonna be like, man, this girl's not playing. I think that game looked good. You know what I mean? That game's look good. It's like how we had to do it. We had to go door to door. Hey, I'm so and so. Will you like our services? Some people leave flyers. Some people leave flyers. Some people get the postal service to leave stuff in people's mailboxes. You could do a lot. You just gotta, it may cost money, but there's little strategies that you can do in that area. So marketing may be more than 15%. You don't want to be cheap on marketing. So, unlike most of these developers are really shy. We live in a age, a digital age, where we live behind the screen. We can be whoever we want to be on the computer, right? But behind every game, there is a face. Major game, like AAA titles, there is a human behind it. When you leave a photo like this, it speaks volume. It speaks volume, and it shows that you are trying to connect with your potential buyers. For example, you got some developers don't show their face because of respect and privacy, fear the internet. So what they'll do, they'll show a they'll show a RPG Maker default picture representing them in RPG Maker. They'll use that as their picture. But what about signings and Comic-Con appearances? You're showing the world what you look like. So when people see you, they be like, hey, ain't you so and so? Ain't you so and so? So you're connecting more with your audience by showing a picture of how you actually look and not a mascot or a logo behind the creator. You know what I mean? So that people like that. People like knowing who this person really is. Back in the day, we didn't really have that because the internet wasn't so prevalent. You know, there's like back then, they actually used, like, developers of the Nintendo or the older system, they actually used code names. They wasn't using their real names. But now, you know, stuff has changed. You know, we actually go out and about and do our thing. So having the face behind it is really, really good. I'm Natalia, a freelance digital artist, solo game developer behind the Tales of Frah'Akin. As a one-woman team, I handle everything from game design and writing art, and even a little voice acting. Creating my own RPG has been a lifelong dream. Ever since I was a teenager, I've been captivated with fantasy and video game. My biggest inspiration comes from the Lord of the Rings, as well as games like Star Ocean, Final Fantasy 11. For years, I created characters. No, that's Final Fantasy 9. That's Final Fantasy 9, not 11. I crafted characters and stories in my mind until they grew into something deeper over the time. There's ideas. Okay. So, this is a first time project, which is good. People like cats. Composer, same thing. Andy Mitchell, composer. People not scared to show their face. But it's all good. Some people don't, represent their inner beauty. But all this is professional. You got a press kit for streamers. This is what everybody needs to have. A press kit. Kickstarter about the game. You know, you got images to use. High res images. You know, for streamers that needs to have everything in order to show your game. Environmental Resource Center along blah blah blah. This game is a project. So okay. I have already made significant progress in development and have a clear vision for the game. However, as to any project, challenges may arise, whether in programming, balancing mechanics, or refining the game's narrative. Given that I am handwriting, programming, and art, development would take time. My current goal is to release the game by the end of 2027, but the final timeline would depend on the success of this campaign. I assure transparency. I plan to release beta versions every few months, allowing backers to experience the game progress and provide valuable feedback. One potential risk is that certain rewards could extend the development timeline. However, I have already created a substantial amount of assets which should keep things on track. If unexpected delays occur, I would communicate openly with backers, keep everyone updated on development milestone. And I've heard this is why some people choose not to go the Kickstarter route. It's because the commitment that they give to their backers. Like, you have a end date of 2027. 2 years from now. The foreseeable future. What am I going to be doing 2 years from now? Am I going to be alive? Am I going to be a millionaire? Do I still need to develop games? Is good things going to happen? Is bad things going to happen? That's stuff that developers choose not to have a Kickstarter because of that commitment window. Now they feel like they're in a rush mode. They got to get things done. That's why you don't create the Kickstarter immediately. You wait until you are darn near almost completed that goal where you got a whole bunch of placeholders, but this money, this commission can definitely change that, which still makes everything quicker because all you got to do is just, swap it out with the actual image that you want to use if that was the case. So the transparency is definitely the best way to go with your potential audience because, people want to stay in the loop. When we take our car to get fixed, oh man, it's been 3 hours. Why my car ain't ready? It's been 5 hours. Why my car ain't ready? So you want to call the mechanic so bad, but you don't want to call them because you scared. Same thing with game development. You're not making headlines, but people already funded your campaign. You scared to come out. You know what I mean? So some people would rather not just deal with that. But I respect all Kickstarters. I feel like every developer that has a major project or something that's going to cost high in monetary assets, unless they're rich and they could do everything themselves and pay for everything themselves, like without breaking the bank, go for it. But other than that, I feel like they should have a Kickstarter, a reasonable number. Now, based on what I saw, I think this is reasonable. Asking what you're asking for, and it's not it's not unachievable either. I think you can make your campaign limit. I think you can do it. Share, pray, pray, pray. That's all I can say. So definitely, if you want to back this project up, do it. Whether it's $2, $1, anything that helps. Anything that helps. So yeah, like I said, I like the game. The demo right now is crazy. It's wonky. It needs to be, enhanced a bit. But other than that, I actually find the game pretty satisfying. It's not bad. It's not bad at all. So yeah, if you want to try the demo for yourselves, guys, I got it from Steam. So you go to Steam, download it, do whatever you gotta do on Steam to play this game. I highly recommend you guys, at least give it a shot. Give it a go. There's nothing wrong with it. You want people to play your game. So do what you gotta do. But I like seeing stuff like this because a lot of these developers, they're in the same boat as you. And some of them have Kickstarters in the making, but they just don't know how to go about doing it. So this right here is actually, a helpful tip for them so they can see what to include into their Kickstarter and what kind of rewards and stuff like that. You're a little bit advanced with the offerings and the rewards, but people can get there. They can have an idea. So, all right, guys, that's my take for today. Good job, Aghite. I hope I probably pronounced your name wrong. I'm going to look at other people's streams. If people stream this game, I'm going to look at other videos because I want to see, are they having the same problem as me? And I will play this game outside of OBS to see, do I still experience the lag? All right, is there anybody we can raid? Because I got to get dinner ready. Kicking off the hunt for RPG gems. Win the people favorite sequence salamander. So we're going to raid this guy, Catastrophe Jupiter. Hey, like I tell guys, go there, talk about your game. I don't care what he's doing. Share your links to your game. Maybe he'll play it. Maybe he won't. So what do you have to lose? Alright, guys. I'm out. I will see you guys tomorrow with the next game that I'm going to play. Until then, y'all stay safe and be blessed. See you guys later. Peace out.